was pure magic from it.
Oh, that was good. Well played, sir. As we are seeing what the next map will be, it's going to be the one choice, and they are taking us to Volskaya Foundry.
Volskaya Foundry once again, Tetcher. It's a map that that has really grown dear to me. I'm not gonna lie. I think the games there are starting to get a little more balanced, not as snowbally. I like it.
Is it because you can practice your Russian voice as you just attempted to do?
Dude, I had half a year of Russian in my former high school as a voluntary subject, right?
Do you remember any words?
Здравствуйте. That one I remember. Probably terrible pronunciation. Раз, два, три. Паспорт, пожалуйста. And that's basically it.
What do they mean? Did you just say words?
I have no idea. I just repeat something my brain tells me.
Yeah, I learned Russian. Lists off words. What does that mean?
And of course, привет, right? That's something everyone should know.
Okay, cool. We're waiting to head into the draft, ladies and gentlemen. There it is, and this is going to be CE with the first pick and first ban.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if CE can bounce back, or whether TheOne is going to have another juicy 2-0 victory under their belt. Already the respect ban against Meng. That Hanzo was quite scary, I'm not gonna lie.
The Hanzo being removed, at least for the moment. Very solid ban here. TheOne, wouldn't mind them just seeing banning out the Genji, play it safe.
Yeah.
Just get it nice and good. Just removes any of those high priority heroes for CE.
Yeah, it really looks like the Genji would be a nice ban here. We all know how lethal a Lufel can be on that hero. It's really annoying to play against that sometimes. On the flip side, though, if you don't ban it out and CE doesn't take the bait, they might actually go for, let's say, in Malfurion first, they might go for Muradin Diablo first, and then all of a sudden we've got Meng on that beast.
That's true. Like, Genji should be a banned hero by one of these teams. You bring up an excellent point. But no, Malfurion. So CE, if they don't pick the Genji right now,
yeah,
I'm going to be a little disappointed. You have support options. I know you are tempted to prioritize a support like a Deckard Cain for 365 right now. He's a good support. Trust him. Yeah. Let him pick what he wants. Just bring out the Genji.
Man, they bring out something.
That's not a Genji at all.
That is the Phoenix. And now, are we going to see that Deckard Cain Genji response by TheOne, which would be very solid in my opinion? Well, the Genji is a must for Meng, right? He must be so happy about this right now.
I mean, he doesn't have to. It's not a must for either of these teams, but they're both so good at it that I would be surprised if neither one prioritized it.
Has Zuyu actually played a lot of Genji? I don't believe so.
Not really.
Sorry, a lot of Phoenix. My mistake.
Oh, no, definitely not. It's been a Lufel hero basically every time.
So they can basically bank on the fact that a Lufel is going to play that, and Zhuyu is probably not going to play Genji. So I think that is the reason why TheOne didn't pick it up themselves, because they were like, you know what? We've got time. We could even force it out as a second ban, so we don't have to worry about the Genji. We're going to pick a solid tank, a tank that we know he is so good on, and the Deckard Cain.
So, with Deckard Cain stolen away, support priority is very much in favor of TheOne. CE can probably just leave their support till last right now and focus on some tank or some solo laning capability. Perhaps even the Urel or stealing Malthael away. That could certainly be an option, because Malthael against Diablo is still pretty reasonable, and he does have slows. Nice. Blaze, though.
Blaze and Johanna. So they're prioritizing a beefy frontline, a tanky one.
Yeah, Phoenix Wombo style. That seems to be the name of the game this time. I don't know.
I'm not feeling it, Tetra. I don't feel this is the draft CE needs in order to make this a draw. What about you?
I also agree. Like, a Purification Salvo is great, and Bunker's great. These are all tools that are good, and they all synergize together, but there's no pizzazz. There's no flash.
No Shazam.
No Shazam. That's a good one.
All right, so the Dragon Queen, Alexstrasza, being denied now by TheOne. I mean, this is probably the holy trinity of Chinese meta support meta, right? Malfurion, Alexstrasza, and Deckard Cain.
Definitely.
So what is left now for 365? A Rhaegar, an Uther, a Lucio if he wants to go the SPT route.
Yeah, Rhaegar seems to be the one that's sitting like just outside. Kara seems pretty high as well, actually. Rhaegar and Kara seem probably pretty much tied at this point.
As long as it's not a Lily like the Nuts tried to make. No. We don't even want to think about it.
But Kendrick, what if they go full auto attack with Elizabeth?
Not even against Bloodlust would I think that Lily's a good pick, actually.
But what if they need blinds? They don't need blinds. Jada and the Thrall come in here. No blinds required. Insta-lock Lily. Let's do it. No.
All right. So, the Jaina and the Thrall. That's a lot of slows. And, of course, if you look at it, actually, Tetra, if you look at it, all the Purification Salvo enablers are now on the side of the one. Diablo, Thrall, and Jaina.
Diablo, Thrall, and Jaina. That's very true. I mean, Blaze can
still
do
has
it.
a bit of slow, yeah.
Yeah, just take the what's it called? Adhesive Petroleum. That's the one. Johanna has a slow, and if she goes for punish, she can get the extra duration on the slow. So there's possibility there. There are options, and of course, Phoenix does his own. Guess who also gives slows? Guess what they might not pick for slows on, because currently there's no cleanse.
Slowing Sands, yeah.
Yeah, but there's currently no cleanse as well. So they could go for the slows comp.
It's tempting. It's tempting.
Temporal Loop Planet Cracker. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Just detonate them.
They tried to make the Planet Cracker work last time, which is also a little...
strike for good measure.
Oh man. All right, what do you go for here? You need more damage, more dots. Gul'dan, potentially.
There's no Alex Strasser in this game, Kendrick. Don't be... Oh, it was a Nixia.
It was a Nixia.
Right? Never mind. Oh, man. Get me dragons mixed up.
Are there any dragon whelplings in this game yet? I don't think so, right?
Not yet, no. I mean, Brightwing's kind of a whelpling right now, because every time I see her, I go, whelp. But the one... We need a final pick here. This could be a Solana, or it could be something else. They want to crash
hello.
Roll. Genji could be the option. And it's going to be Junkrat. No Genji, just completely ignored.
Interesting. All right. So Meng favors the Mayhem this time around. Hugo on that Thrall actually has been doing insane amounts of work as of late there as well. Not necessarily in him dominating everybody in lane or getting insane damage numbers out there, but in terms of him and his ability to keep himself alive. Like, that was just insane. So hard to kill the Hugo Thrall. If you look at those drafts, Tetra, I think it looks very standard for the one, but good.
Yeah.
For CE, they have a couple of X factors that could work, but also fail at the same time.
They've started... what we saw here is the one, they were asked to build a house. They made a pretty modern-looking house. It looks quite nice. It's got good It's got good open spaces. It's got a lot of white paint. It's got some windows. CE, they made a brick house and then covered it in glitter. So... It could be.
Don't know the material of that glitter. Right? It could be some high-tech Area 51 super glitter, or it could also be just normal glitter you get at Walmart. And what's that?
Did you get glitter at Walmart?
I don't even know where you get glitter.
Probably. Walmart sells everything, I expect. I've never been. Either way, the chromie is the key factor for me. It could actually be really good. I'm actually quite excited about that. But the zone control looks really good for the one.
I would agree. And I'm very much excited to see that chromie in action. Are we going to see the slowing sand to have value with the Phoenix, or are we going to see the good old temporal loop because there's no cleanse available for the team we're looking at right now for the one in the blues? We're going to have Hugo on that Thrall, Muggle is playing Jaina, Junkrat played by Meng, Hihi on the main tank on Diablo, and ZJZ on the Decker Kane.
And on the right-hand side, it is Challenge CE, Valufal on Phoenix, Wind on Johanna, 365 on Karazim, KTY on the Blaze, and Juyu returning to a classic with the chromie.
All right, man. It's been a while since China has last played it, and I'm excited already. We see a standard build coming out from Juyu this time with the Time Walker's Pursuit, so we don't see a crazy mounted sands here that we saw actually from Loktar on RPG the other day, which allowed you to stack up your sand blast a little quicker if you don't miss them.
Very true. For now, wave clear. Johanna and Chromie together, Condemn, Dragon Breath, easy kills. We are seeing a Crash Lightning Throw, which means it's Junkrat who is the solo laner.
All right, first time I believe it's Hugo on that Crash Lightning build, and I'm already excited to see when he's going to complete it. This time they're engaging onto the Phoenix. The Feral Spirit not in time to lock him down and prevent him from teleporting. Dibbles, by the way, going for the Spell Shield too against the Chromie.
Makes sense. Soul Shield, pretty good talent. Assuming you can time it well, could work really, really well. If you're the one temporal looped, then you might be in trouble. Doesn't help you have no souls, but hopefully he can survive and not get killed when he has no souls.
Yeah, the more souls you collect, the stronger the spell absorption, the spell resistance is going to be. So that's really interesting. Speaking of which, they have... sorry, go ahead.
I wonder if there's a strat, like how much value it would be to purposefully gather, on a map like this where you can move away from the minion wave during the objective, purposely gather 99 souls, just for the early game when the spawn timers are super low, and then once you have died and respawned with the normal spawn timer, then you get 100 souls and move in. But if not, then you get it from the you get the 100 souls from a fight anyway.
Yeah, exactly. With that W build, right? You get stacks when you hit enemy heroes with it.
I guess it's impossible to avoid. Oh, interrupt on the charge there by the Condemn, actually. He needs to be a little careful. Okay, yeah, maybe on old Diablo that might have been possible. Definitely not a new one.
Yeah. And if you think about it, like, look at how many stacking tools there are available for the one, right? Crash Lightning is stacking, Diablo is stacking by nature, Jaina with that Fingers of Frost here at level 1. It'll be pretty interesting to see how long it takes for the one's team comp to really start off and kick in.
We'll have to see. We're seeing a life ally coming in from Karazim. More healing, always lovely when you have so much poke against you.
Yeah. It's a rather rare one that we're seeing here. Normally it's either Earth Ally or sometimes even the Vision if you happen to play against certain heroes like Valera, Zeratul, but...
or you just need mobility.
Or for the mobility, exactly, because you can spam 2 of those. Now look at the body blocks coming in from Hehe. The Jaina damage is real. Zhuyu in a lot of trouble.
Karazim tries to put down the air ally, but it's not enough for the save. He dashed in, but was unable to get to the Chromie in time, and as such, he goes down.
Yeah, no cleansing touch available yet for the Karazim. At level 16, this talent could actually get loads of value, right? If you think about it, all the slows, all the stuns and silences they have available for the one cleansing touch, and you can save those allies, especially with a triple dash at level 7. Such a useful way to actually play the Karazim there. Now he backing off, trying to hold this at the safest location possible. He's even just holding position at this point. He doesn't even care.
Yep, just tanking through, although he does move out the fire. Immediately into the stun, Dragon Breath, but blocked with the Soul Shield, actually. 365, not in a good position. Dash, dash, dash. He dashes.
He dashes indeed, but look at the patience also by Hehe. He waited.
Life ally is dead.
He waited until the Chromie W, the Dragon's Breath, hit him, and then, only then, did he activate his Soul Shield, as Tetra said earlier. The more you wait, the more you time it, the more value it's going to give to you.
Crash, speaking of value, Crash Lightning. He's getting so many stacks because everything here is stackable. Chromie, the Blizzard doesn't land. Chromie lives this time.
Yeah, they live for now, but look at the health bars already. You mentioned the Crash Lightning. This is exactly a dream scenario for every Thrall player. You know, to basically continue to rain down those lightnings on the enemy team where they're grouped up near the capture point, and slowly but surely against a Karazim, who's not really the best sustained support of them all, you're going to outpush, you're going to outsustain your opponents.
There you are. As a 365 and win, look to try and kill Jaina, but the quick reaction from Hehe prevents that from going down. KTY might try and move on to the point. In fact, Will going to try and get the neutralization, or at least he can test it at this point. More Dragon Breaths coming in consistently. Phoenix arrives as well. His team, even on experience here, as a Luful drops good damage onto Diablo. This time the Soul Shield is down, but the Arsenal Synergy doing a lot of damage onto the Hehe. Dragon Breath hits Muggle. Great amount of damage. Diablo goes deep onto KTY, but he's able to survive at least at this point. Zhuyu backing off. The fire from Diablo is good, but the large damage from Junkrat, who dives into the backline, picks up 3 kills. But a Luful Lufel has got the counter 3. It's a 2v2. ZJZ dodging around, picking up the potions. Johanna Iron Skin holding her together as a Lufel burns Meng down enough to force him off the point.
Wow, Lufel, the shining star of that team fight. You mentioned it, Tetra. His auto attacks, they don't care about the soul shield on the Diablo. And look at actually Hihi missing a couple of potions here, whether they were not dropped in the right location by ZJZ or him going a little ham. But then it was good tanking, but in the end, look at that. Everyone from CE walks away.
Yeah, that was Junkrat and the lightning from Thrall that picked up the kill, but the zaps were too good. But once you get to that point, Deckard is oob and has to bag up no mana available at all. And now Chromie's here. We're going to see the defensive capabilities. Round 2, but they're trying to grab a turret. They're taking quite a while with this. They're finally moving in. Time Trap is good. He's taking quite a few shots here. He's lost souls. So he's now just a little bit squishier. So he needs to be very careful as Wind holding the point. 96, 99 to 99, Kendrick. It's time. Dragon Breath on 3 whole members, but KTY is getting shredded. Down he goes.
Yeah, the Meng damage is just real. He's raining those cannonballs without even having level 20. Look at that lightning as well. Getting protected. Oh, here goes another kill. I mean,
sneaky. I like it.
So
they pick
good.
Up the kill onto Chromie, the over-the-wall Riptire. Here comes the first protector of the game, level 10, being acquired by TheOne at the perfect time to just absolutely dicey, which is why they went so deep, actually. They were trying to pick up like 1 or 2 kills before the level 10 was hit by TheOne. You can see it perfectly here. Look at the timer. But the difference is CE, they actually lose KTY, and that is such a big XP boost that it actually gives TheOne the level 10. With Lufel going down as well, that's when it goes south.
Like, it looks easy here in the replay, the maneuver that Hihi just did, the combo, but he actually had to lock in the Lightning Breath, charge, and use it the same moment to basically prevent all the CC coming in from Johanna, right? So lightning speed reflexes by Hihi making that play happen, and then of course the perfect synchrony, the perfect synergy with that Deckard Cain as well, dropping the potion on the still standing Diablo so he wouldn't actually die and lose his souls again. Just so wonderfully done by TheOne, and this move alone showed you why they're currently at the pole position of the China table.
It was very nicely done. CE, they pulled off a really nice team fight earlier, but the XP lead for TheOne and just the sheer damage output onto a Blaze pre-Blaze's level 10, which gives him a huge amount of his survivability. They were definitely going to kill off someone. The damage output just too high in that big old choke point.
Yep. So let's see what CE can do now that level 10 has hit for them as well. They're trying to go for Hugo immediately. Temporal Loop and 7-sided.
And Chromie picks up the kill. 365 is pretty fine as well. They're in fact going to turn a bit of attention onto Diablo. Double dash by 365, keeps himself safe. And the Water Elemental is killed off. And CE, capitalizing, quickly grab a healing pulse. But
wait, is TheOne willing to fight this now?
KTY is here. There's the tackle. KTY charges in. There's the bunker. But if they get in the bunker, they're woken up from the sleep. The grenades from Junkrat are good. But Chromie coming to damage. Meng, get timeouted. That's so good. As we do see Phoenix going down, though, the fact is, even with all that, they kill off Chromie anyway with Diablo chasing it down. Even with that insane play, they get the quad kill. They stole the healing pulse. I really thought CE had that with that timeout, with that bunker, but it turns out that was just absolutely wrecked.
They didn't have Thrall to begin with. Then they had this perfect interrupt on the Riptire for Junkrat, basically denying the Riptire value, but they still ended up falling because of that. I would say this Lightning Breath, man, hitting absolutely everybody and everyone. Just zoned them out so completely. The bunker was a little far off, right? The other members... Wait a minute, 365. Now you're getting a little cheeky there, aren't you?
He can do it, I believe. He's no. He forced the healing pulse. That's absolutely value. That's absolutely value. 365.
Wow.
Temporal loop. Counter-attack. Sundering counters the damage from Chromie. Nicely done. Salvo is good, but it's not enough for the kill. Now KTY once again in danger. Drops the bunker. In comes Johanna with the Blessed Shield. Looking for another play here. There's the sleep, but now you've just sort of left yourself
from behind,
way away from your team, ZJZ. He will go down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Diablo could do to Chromie. Looks like not all that much. But yeah, you could actually see the value of the Sundering, right? When you play against the Temporal Loop Chromie. You basically drop the Sunder onto the Chromie so you prevent her from casting a Sandblast and a Dragon's Breath. And that was just so well done by Hugo. Didn't really win them the team fight, but it's a cute move to be on the lookout for.
This time, Phoenix actually surviving. In the last fight, he was taken out by Junkrat, along with pretty much everyone else, because it turns out Junkrat's really good. As we do see Muggle here on this Dana moving in, getting ready to play the minion wave once it pushes up.
Yeah, 16 is now around the corner, right, for the one. So although they gave a couple of kills over to CE, I think they're going to be in a really sweet spot unless CE tries to go for yet another cheeky assault here. Zhuyu needs to be careful. There goes the temper loop onto Meng on the Junkrat.
So Chromie lands the combo, but at least the Q hits Diablo, who tanks through it, but they still get the kill. Looking for ZZ2, picking it up. Scroll the ceiling, does land. They're actually going to maybe try and kill Diablo. Good block. They actually deny Chromie's combo, actually, with that body block, but it's still enough.
No way.
Thundering for the delay, and he gets out. 365, chased by the water elemental. They block it in. Phoenix body blocking a water elemental to save his ally.
That was such a cute little move there by C. As you said, the body blocks against the water elemental. Otherwise, Karzim would have fallen 100%. But the kills they got already, despite being roughly 2 levels down, is still very admirable. That also means that they're going to get a little bit of control over that control point, 36 and counting. And Hugo, he used that Sundering. That was a good Sundering, by the way, to basically split the wave of CE into 2 halves and then allow Diablo to walk away to safety.
Healing Pulse will be taken by CE this time. 60. Oh, hang on, maybe not.
Will it?
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Stolen. Oh, please. They turn it around. Look for KTY. He goes down, gets zapped. And the CE are in full retreat, but there's nowhere to retreat to. Fort's not here anymore.
The one is just relentless. How do they keep coming back from those disadvantages? How do they always make it in time, especially Hehe? Impeccable timing on that Diablo. Now, speaking of good timing, that is Chromie for you, making it show with the 7-sided as well. Now, are they going to feel the consequences? They do.
He backs up.
They do.
365 gets deleted, as does Alooful. Who actually might die to the water elemental. Does he have Iron Skin still? Because otherwise he's dead. Oh.
Didn't go for Hold Your Ground at level 1, which would have reduced the shield of Iron Skin. He went for Laws of Hope, which is not a bad talent. But in that situation, the lower cooldown on the Iron Skin could have made all the difference.
And here we see the one pushing in for their first keep of the game. KTY once again finds himself rooted. As they finally move forward. This is going to be a Punisher, a Protector. I keep thinking Punisher because it punishes. We see the Protector
really
coming in for the one, and they can maybe move for a keep here.
It punished more than it protect, that's for sure.
They are going to try and delay it.
They're going to try to delay it to get more turrets. Indeed. Yep. It's a greedy play, but it could be a rewarding one. Healing Pulse is currently not in the game. It was used earlier by Hehe on that Diablo. So right now, the protection point, the capture point, excuse me, is currently contested. Trying to get this done.
Loophole teleports out straight to the scroller ceiling, but the Chromie damage is good. Here comes the Lightning Breath. Not getting the greatest value. Nice dashes by 365, keeping himself alive. Good timeout, but Win now in danger. The Protector is taken by CE, and all aboard! They're moving forward. Here comes the Pain Train. Looking for he gets the root. Ice Block from Jada is just a delay of the inevitable. They move forward, and CE take a fight. Only getting a single kill, but they will get a fort.
That they will, and they might even get more depending on how well they play it here. A big win for CE actually securing this objective. Diablo was zoned out completely, and you can really see, guys, how important that 7-sided strike becomes, right, for CE. It's causing so many problems for Hehe on that Diablo every single time. And that, I think, Cat Tetcher was the reason, or one of the reasons, why they ended up banning Karzim that first game, right?
Yeah, Karazim is very good and can give the tanks, like you said, like Diablo, some serious problems. And that kind of aggression is really, really effective. Karazim go for the cleansing touch, by the way. We've got all of that cleansing. And finally, we see it giving CE a chance to actually get away from some of these hard engages of the one.
Especially for Phoenix, which seems to be the go-to target every single time for Hehe on that Diablo. That is a saving grace. That is really good news that they now have this counter... this counter cleanse to all the stuns and lockdowns coming in from the one. Speaking of the one, although they lost so many structures up to this point, although they didn't get the Protector, they're still pretty far ahead if you look into it.
Yeah, it's a full level. pretty much in its entirety, and it's getting bigger because Junkrat's still split soaking 2 lanes. Yeah. There's the vision gated for by Chromie, but Ripper, see you later. You're not going to gank me over here, are you?
Oh.
And speaking of ganking, Diablo is alive. Great Sundering, 365 dashing, but can't get in the bunker in time. What happened to the salvo? It was interrupted. Lightning Breath coming out. KTY's going to die. Luful's going to die. Well,
Yikes.
2 might get out. Wind is not going to be so lucky. Line the tire! It can't chase me if it can't see. Oh, dear. But
too bad it's remote controlled and only Junkrat needs to have the vision.
What happens? Oh, he gets silence in mind. I was about to say, what happens if you isolated the Junkrat so he still lost the vision? But I guess I guess the silence would apply and it would cancel it.
Oh, is this going to be game catcher? I think it might be.
Now.
Oh,
see you later, Chromie. Level 20, moving through the keep, moving on to core. 14 seconds for the Karazim, but that's nowhere near enough. That is going to be GG. And TheOne, they hold on to their first place position in the HGC China League.
That they do, still remain undefeated throughout the entire phase, and that one time CE wanted to make sure to get yet another kill onto Hehe. It was not good enough, and once again, I really hope we're going to see this in the replay analysis segment of this series. I want to see all these Sunders by Hugo that were doing God's work. Always interrupting the rhythm of Chromie with that combo damage, follow-up damage, sometimes saving people in need by allowing Diablo, for example, to pass the body blocks.
Yeah.
He was doing work on that Thrall.
I completely agree. We need a... Wasn't there like an HGC awards thing last year? Was that a thing that happened?
I believe so. Maybe we're going to have one.
I think we need to start nominating Hugo for like 2 Blizzard now for most valued player.
It's just insane. Like, this guy, whether you put him on the Malthael, on that Thrall, he's always going to have those miracle moments where you're like, so we haven't really seen Hugo all game long. Oh, there he is, getting a double, triple kill, saving people left, right, and center, and he's just a good guy, man. The ultimate team player.
He got so many stacks in that early game as well. He had a good game. He had a wonderful time.
Really solid, but we got to give kudos to TheOne. I mean, CE really put up a fight there in that second game. For a large portion of that game, I really had that feeling like they're now locking it down. You know, they have those kills. They know how to use that 7-sided strike in perfect unison with Chromie's damage. They're going to get this. They're going to stabilize right there. But all it took was one team fight that went south, and then TheOne was TheOne, and they closed it out.
Well played by TheOne. I'm so impressed. TheOne, they've made so many improvements throughout the years, and when they lost Lucky, I was really concerned that would affect them super badly, because if
one
they
of their best players
kept going with Andre, especially, who they brought to MSB, he was okay, but I was unsure how that would continue. But now they just look so smooth. They went into the MSB with the attitude of we're here to learn, and they've come back from it like this. And what can you say about that other than it's just incredible? I'm going to be pessimistic, and I'm just going to say I still don't think that they can beat Tempest or Genji. But Ballistics,
Blossom,
maybe. Blossom, maybe.
I'm
starting to feel it for TheOne.
I'm really glad you bring up this comparison to some of the Korean teams, by the way, because quite honestly, if you had hidden the name of the second team there in that series in the overlay, I would have been like, yeah, sure, this is a Korean team dominating yet another CE game, right? I would have been like, they were playing like Koreans. They're playing it so well in almost every single regard, in terms of mechanical skill individually, in terms of how they make those team fights happen, how they prioritize certain targets on the map. So with them dominating a top-tier Chinese team like CE like that, looking like a Korean team in many aspects, maybe they can make this miracle happen at the Eastern Clash, right? It's still very unlikely, as you said, because, hey, Korea's Korea, and Korea's looking good in 2018, yo. But who knows? There's this small of a chance.
It's possible. That's all it needs. So you're saying there's a chance. 8 kills to 19!
Jeez.
That should have been a CE win.
Are you kidding me?
But it only takes one.
Are you kidding me?
It only takes one. Oh, boy. I mean, the fact is
this like the Football World Championship?
But I don't understand. 19 kills to 8. And at the end of basically, I don't remember almost a single point where TheOne were more than like a level behind.
Wow. Yeah.
They held themselves in that so well. They held evenly when they were like 4 kills behind at minimum.
Yeah, it's like in a football world championship, right? You have, I don't know, 19 shots at the enemy goal, but all it takes is one in, you know, the halftime or before the halftime, and you win the game. Boom.
Doesn't matter how many shots at goal you have, it doesn't go in. It doesn't count.
Yes.
If you... there
and
you
Hugo,
go. There you go. That's the extent of my football knowledge.
I'm just so glad, Tetra, that the Chinese jury, they shared our sentiment and they put Hugo, you know, all the way up there on the MVP throne because he really deserved that. And I'm really hoping that Nova and the replay boys and girls will hopefully have a play of Hugo there to show us because he just played out of his mind on that throw, on that mouthfeel. He is back.
Fair enough. Who